Well, Vivisandia tried and failed to do something again. Aside from that, it's time to get some genuine political shenaniganry done while we prepare for the opening of the L-gates, which are still breaking my brain as I ponder how it is that no one at all has accessed them yet. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris First Contact in our Clandestine Curiosity series. So the first thing that I'm going to do, speaking of political maneuvering, is I'm going to go ahead and lay claim to this system that I have already conquered. And beyond that, what I want to do is, let's see. It looks like the game is trying to return me all the way to Eartheus for repairs. That doesn't seem necessary. Why don't we just go back to Bralix and orbit there for a moment, and that should be fine. And then meanwhile, I believe we already have this transport fleet. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, you should be following the Teal fleet, which, let's figure out which is which without deselecting anyone. 43.6, that's what I thought. So you just follow the Teal fleet, and if I need to do additional invading, then I will do that. So when I say political shenaniganry, what am I talking about? First of all, let's see if there's anything else we can do. Planet-wise, there is not. I have a good amount of alloys, and I've just, of course, started improving, finally, a section of the ring world on Cyberx Alpha, which is really going to help economically. But I have the ability, since I have so much influence, thanks to being the custodian, I do have the ability to end these propositions early. So, again, when one of them, two good things happen whenever these propositions are completed. First of all, when one of them is completed, I get a favor on the person, if I support it, I get a favor on the person that proposed it, on the empire that proposed it. And also, when another resolution proposed by someone else passes, I gain additional diplomatic weight until one of the resolutions that I propose passes. And that's going to allow me to build up additional diplomatic weight in order to become permanent custodian. So I would imagine... Oh wow, there's actually a council denouncement vote coming up for the Notchclacks. Aren't the Notchclacks on the frickin' council? Yeah, they are. That's really interesting. I'll definitely be joining the Latrepians and voting for that, because the Notchclacks completely screwed me over earlier in the series. But aside from that, you know, one thing I'm realizing is I could totally take a construction ship and jump in and take those systems. But then my ability to connect those systems, this was suggested by someone in the comments, and I'm looking at this going, yeah, I could do that. But my ability to connect those systems to the trade network in a meaningful way, especially if I become hostile with the Notchclacks, is going to be limited. So it would be kind of a funny thing to do. I agree with you, but I don't think I necessarily want to pursue that at this juncture. So let's go to speed 2 for the moment, and what we're going to do is watch for another proposal to come online. What would it take for me to bring this to emergency measure? We have a reduced cooldown on this thanks to our political abilities. I think, let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's this final tradition in the politics tree. Emergency measures takes a 25%, it gets a 25% reduction in the amount of time it takes to recharge. So if I declare this an emergency measure, that would bring it to the floor right now. Because again, I only have 4,823 days left. That's still like a lot of time. It's more than 10 years. But I'm mindful of the fact that we are running out of time. So I want to do as much as I can to gain diplomatic weight. I'm also taking a look at this real quick. Let's see. What's the name of that buff? Persistent Petitioners. Gain 25% diplomatic weight until one of your own passes. So, here's the thing. Does that stack? I mean, we've been talking about it in the comments, and I think even in the last episode, like it stacks. But now I'm wondering, does it actually stack? Let's look. Yeah, right now it's just a 25% bonus. Now, I will get additional favors by supporting, you know, other resolutions. But I don't know if that stacks. We'll have to find out. I really don't think it does. I think we would be seeing more results from that by now if that were the case. End of the centralized Vivisandian state. Interesting. Well, that ended quickly. And now you can see that the Latrepians have taken over here. So that was the war that we were just fighting. And so now what I guess I will do is go ahead and send you... Okay, good. You are set to return to Bralix. I don't know why you're not already repairing. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably because... That makes sense. It's probably because of the fact that we just took control of that station properly. Now they can actually repair there. Okay, so we have this brand new planet. And we need to figure out what exactly is going on here. First of all, who are the pops? Ooh, robots. So, that's a problem. Game. What you doing? Are you going to sort properly? Thank you. Alright, we definitely have some additional work that I can do in some cases here. But we have a robot problem at the moment. Rudimentary robot. It says there's only one. That is not true. I saw multiple robot pops working. Let's say residents. But because we allow robots, I think that robot can technically stay. So that's kind of annoying. We've kind of had that forced on us. Let me see if there's anything else I can do with these. We have these humans. It's just 2 pops that are still wasteful. Okay. These 10, though, do not have pop housing usage bonuses. So let me go ahead and apply this template to everyone. Finishes in 2 months. Thank you. What was that other study I saw there? Study of the strange asteroid. I think I do have a science ship on the way to that, if I recall. Do I not? Did that get cut off? Hang on. I've got to find out how this happened. All right, I need to connect that. No, maybe I don't. Maybe it's fine. But what is going on? What the heck? You know what? It might have been the scientist that died. That might have been what happened. All right, so you come and study that research project, and then I want you to go all the way back here and continue assisting research around Secunda Item. Thank you. All right, so we have low stability on this world because, I mean, to be fair, we were just bombing the ever-living out of it. So let's see what we can do to stabilize a little bit. No, not Autoton Monument yet. We need some stability first. So how about we, yeah, gene clinics, so we have growth amplified, then precinct houses, then how about a stronghold just to really drive the point home? Mainly just due to low stability at the moment. Hopefully that will, as a problem, continue to abate. All right, so we should start repairing there. We did gain a lot of territory just now, which is nice. I would love to take some additional territory here, but I'd rather not do that to the Latrepians. It's nice that the Dothakan Horde has been pushed out of some of their, foothold on this area. So I'm going to count my blessings a little bit. Repairs completed. The Dothakan Alliance. Interesting. Has the Dothakan Hordes... Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this. Hegemonic imperialists, but they are not a devouring horde. I wonder how that happened. It looks like they're already being attacked, of course, by the Jubarans, which you'll recall were the cause for our original headaches at the beginning of this series. That's interesting. All right, hang on. Let's go ahead and get this upgrade done. The Zemrapukians have become more outwardly xenophobic. I feel like that's happened multiple times in this series. I would just like to point that out. I feel like that's happened a few times. Any mining upgrades that I can do at all? Ooh, there's one worth doing. That one as well. No, I mean, there's a few upgrades to the heritage sites, and that is taking a chunk out of the surplus we had in consumer goods, as was the plan. but not a lot that I can do at the moment. So we're getting these research stations built. It looks like we're pretty much done in this area. We could definitely get some additional trade value while also... Let me think about the best place for a station to be here. Rovgeti, it looks like. Oh, you know what? This is a nebula. That's mineral income. And Rovgeti actually would be a great place to knock out multiple birds with one stone. So if I go ahead and put one of my star bases here, I have space for 3 more now, which is nice. It's kind of an unexpected increase there. The Dothakan Alliance wants embassies. Sure. I mean, if you're messing with the Horde and making it less likely that they're going to be able to pull off a crisis victory, then more power to you. I am on your side. Let's go. Ancient refinery. That's tempting. Let's just do alloy foundries. I've been doing that a lot. We need to continue improving our alloy income as much as possible. Things are really starting to take shape toward the end of the game here. Yep, same thing here. We're going to build another alloy refinery. Just give me enough to build it, and I'll be happy. You know what? I need to be better about selecting these. I don't already have an alloy refinery here, do I? No. Oh, here it is. Duh. It's where the literal alloy icon is sitting if I look at the tiny little thing in the corner there. Alright, looks like we finished Ancient Shield Overcharger research. So we're almost done with this part of the tree. I'm going to go ahead and research the galactic markets so we can have access to the Galactic Stock Exchange and Orbital Stock Exchange. And here we go. Charter of Workers' Rights. I will vote to support this. Diplomatic weight from POPs is increased. Workers' political power is also increased, and worker happiness is increased. Now, I won't be able to end the session for about 715 days. So that's disappointing. But I'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to build a city district there, so we have additional building slots. Looks like things are stabilizing elsewhere. So it might be time to resume my focus on visiting the L cluster. Let's go ahead and head that way. Now, is the Titan built yet? I think we're getting close. Yep, 84% done. That is wonderful to see. All right, the Bralix station here. This is a brand new starbase. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. I don't want to do that too much because I want to continue putting 10k alloys as quickly as I can into all 7 now of my Ringworld segments. Oh, the Bralix station, in fact, is not connected. Okay. Let's fix that, shall we? I could have sworn I saw it was connected, but it's not. Okay, so we don't have... I'm not going to do too many upgrades at the moment because I'm working on a tradition tree that gives me more. All right, the Omnian Expungers, a rogue defense system, have insulted me. Yeah, so they are continuing to... Well, they don't really seem like they've grown in power. They're just kind of there making noise and generally trying to act like they matter, I suppose. But they don't seem to have much destructive power. Black artillery research is done, so we're almost done here. Ooh, basic minerals improvement. Let's go for Marauder missiles. No upgrades to be done here. All right, we have a... Okay, so we've started to see a little bit of a bottom out in our minerals situation, which is not surprising given all the things I was just building. So let's go ahead and sell off some of this excess that I have. We're going to buy 5,000. And mind you, we still have a monthly deal going that is offsetting that a little bit. So the shortage, the actual shortage, is a little bit worse. Hostile fleets present. Where? What is happening? The Thorquell commonality. Did you come through the L gate? See, that's what makes me feel like the L cluster has to have been accessed. Because where else would these guys have come from? But they aren't emerging from the L-gate, they're just sitting in this system. Following a long period of growing support from the Dathakan Superiority Party, the Principality of Atem-Losun has become more outwardly xenophobic. Nice. Can we just annihilate these guys? What is going on here? So this is the Thorquell this time. We have a Stellarite Devourer here that we need to kill. We're going to be able to hit them back pretty fast. Less than 30 days, in fact. This is not going to take long. Yep, we're already jumping. Let's do this. Hello. Wow. That was a massacre. Alright, go ahead and reinforce. That did cost me some resources, which is annoying. Alright, so I want you to study this research project. Then I want you to go for that debris, please. And I might have more work for you in just a moment, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this scientist to unlock the L-gates. Assuming they need to be unlocked. Because the thing is, if they were already unlocked, this is what you have to keep in mind. If the L-gates were already unlocked, they would show as unlocked. That's what's throwing me about this. I'm just so unaccustomed to having the L-gates unopened at this point in a series. We've just had other things to focus on, and the game is once again giving me more distractions. All right, so I want you to go ahead and free these systems, please. Okay. Galactic Stock Exchange is done. Best choice here would be... Let's go ahead and start looking into the Mega Art installation. Just so we can have all of our wonders researched as soon as possible. Now, I want to send one of my fleets this direction and the other one this direction. We're going to split them up. Knock out this threat. Don't know where it came from, but we're going to knock it out. Maybe the L-gates have changed in function. Oh no, they're here. Or maybe are they maybe coming through the wormhole and then leaving very quickly through here without getting attacked by the Stellarite Devourer? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's how they're getting in. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to attack them here. And not only that, but I'm going to do as I did just a moment ago. Oh, it's currently claimed. All right, can't claim systems that are claimed by war allies. That sucks. So, I mean, we are going to fight these guys and take care of them here. It looks like, you know what? Hang on. I was going to have them all travel together, but we're going to wait a moment until the fleets can reunite. That way we'll minimize our losses. Okay, unyielding. Defense armies now produce 0.5 unity. In addition, defense army health is now increased by 25%. Starbases and defense platforms have their hull points and damage increased by 33%. Let's go ahead and research that. Because the next tradition is the 50% reduction in starbase upgrade cost. And to that, I say yes, please. Oh, they're already attacking. All right, well, this might be over quickly. Oh yeah, they've got this. They've got this in the bag. Alright, so it looks like we're all together now. Let's go ahead and join, just in the off chance that our arrival would be helpful at all. The Titan is still, I think, on its way. I think it's been finished, but I think it's still on its way. Alright, where's that science ship? You're studying the strange asteroid. Any additional debris? No, none. All right, Shalsbury. I want you to build another mining district because we clearly need that. Galabury, I want you to do the same thing. So I'm kind of doing the same thing in reverse that I've been talking about with my ancient refineries. Or what are they called? Ancient... I'm not going to actually replace this building. I just want to see the name of them. Yeah, ancient refinery. So I built those, and I knew that the jobs wouldn't get taken right away, but what would happen is that once the jobs were taken, we would have, mineral income deficits emerge, possibly, little bit by little bit. And we've mostly managed it, I think. But now what I'm doing is I'm building some districts for mining, which are job openings which there aren't pops to fill those jobs at the moment, but as those pops emerge, when those jobs are taken, we'll have more minerals. So same thing in reverse. And that's just the approach that I'm using at the moment. All right, I want you to go get repairs. It looks like I can repair at this allied station, which is good. All right, so yeah, the Thorquil commonality has been eliminated, thankfully. Yeah, same thing here. Let's go ahead and build another mining district. In this case, this is actually shaping up to be a nice mining world, so the next time I build something here that gives me another building slot, I will be able to boost its output. Okay, we just missed that opportunity to select new research here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and unlock whirlwind missiles. It looks like we're pretty much in the end game when it comes to engineering tech, which is nice. We've definitely seen a ton of research progress, despite the fact we don't even have a wonder or anything boosting our research. We're doing pretty well in that regard. Okay, let me go ahead and build a fleet academy here and a defense grid supercomputer, and I would also like to have, let's do like 3 hangar base. I want to defend the strength of this. Oh, build those mining stations, please. I want to defend the integrity of this area as much as I can. Okay, so now, same thing here. I want to build a couple of trade hubs, just 2 to start, and then an off-world trading company, and then upgrade that station. I want to go gentle on how quickly I'm spending my alloys, because again, I'll be able to spend 10,000 in just a moment on something very important. How are we doing on session length here? We're almost halfway through. Once that is at 7:15, I believe it was, I'll be able to end the session. And I'll see the icon pop up. And I have more than enough influence to do it. Another thing I could do with all this extra influence is I could build additional hyperlanes. Or hyper relays, I should say. So let me go ahead and do that in some relevant systems so that we can have everything truly connected here as much as is possible. All right, almost end session. All right, I'm going to go ahead. This is going to take 190 influence, but if I end it and I pass it and I am supporting it, I will get a favor on the Confederation of Amit Onomun. And this will give additional diplomatic weight from pops. Now, I don't know how this is going to affect things in terms of diplomacy. It does look like in terms of diplomatic weight, things are evening out a little bit here. So we'll have to see how that changed things. Let's see if we can look at it just right now. Okay. We're pretty close to the Nodge Clock's stellar mandate. So now we're just waiting 716 days for the next proposal. I could use emergency measure. So the Guardian Angels Act, let's remember what that is, because maybe that's worth repealing sooner than later. Diplomatic weight from fleet power minus 20%. Defense army morale plus 15%. Army upkeep plus 5%. As I exhale loudly into the mic. I don't know. All right, so we have a favor on the Confederation of Amit Onomun. So this is proposed actually by the new Vivisandian Conet. But what I really want, I want to support these guys, because this would give me a favor with the Latrepians. And mind you, I can buy favors too. I have lots of spare resources right now. I can literally sell my excess, surplus resource to my neighbors and buy favors that way. So I'm feeling pretty confident about my ability to lock in permanent custodianship, but I just want to do as much maneuvering as I can. Another thing I haven't done in a while, speaking of ways I can spend influence, espionage. All right, this is something I want to look at here. Smear campaign. Assign asset to the operation. Yeah. I was talking about this a few episodes ago. Evidently, I didn't realize this, I thought that the more assets, because obviously I have so many assets now belonging to this particular empire. I thought that the way that this worked was that you could, just the more assets you had, the easier all of these got. And I thought that these icons, I just misinterpreted the system. I thought that these icons corresponded to the type of asset that was required. So I was thinking, okay, well, now I have a bunch of manipulation assets, so smear campaigns will be easier. And I hadn't really noticed yet, because I was focused on other things, that the difficulties weren't really changing. But I don't know that I really have the ability to steal a technology from them. But I could try it, This reduces the difficulty to 4. Well, no, it says it's easy, but it still says 4. So I wonder... This goes to show, that's just an aspect of the espionage system that I hadn't picked up on before. Difficulty will reduce the likelihood of getting successful results at the end of the operation phase. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and take advantage of the fact that we have all of this extra influence, and let's use that. Let the shenanigan recommence. What else can I do with my planets? Nothing at the moment, although in just a second I am going to... There it is, 10K. So let's select another ring world and start rebuilding that. And we're just going to keep doing that as often as we can. Having these 2 hyper relays built is going to be very helpful as well. Sleeping crystal nest. The trapped asteroid is in fact a crystalline being's nest. It is good that we didn't keep digging, for it seems like we agitated the creature hibernating inside. If we do nothing for a while and study it from afar, it should settle down. So this gives additional society research, and we get the crystal-infused plating research option. And Grace Fitzwilliam has developed the paranoid trait, because that freaked her out. Fair enough. All right, so I'm not going to do any upgrades just yet, because I can save alloys if I do that later. Okay, L-gates, right? Are we done with distractions? Looks like the Titan has arrived, and that's what we were waiting for anyway. So let's see if we can go through the L-gate and figure out what's going on. Now, where is that science ship? You were looking at the debris. There's no additional debris, so after that's done, I want you to come activate this L-gate, please. So it's going to happen this episode. It's happening. We're not delaying any longer. Our operatives have begun surveilling a Dethakan research facility. Wherever an entry point exists, we shall exploit it. Acknowledged. All right, so our mineral situation seems to have improved somewhat. That's good to see. How are we doing victory-wise, by the way? All right, we're still in 6th place. Which is less than ideal. All right, I don't need to build... Yeah, you know what? On this planet, let's do another industrial district. Well, no, let's do another mining district. We need to continue building up our miners. That's been a huge problem for a while, so let's keep focusing on that. Energy credits from jobs plus 5%. Nice. All right, jump dive travel is tempting. We've technically had that this whole time, but not in a way that we can put on all of our ships. All right, shield hit points plus 5%, energy weapon damage plus 5%. All of these are useful. Let's go for the energy weapon damage bonus. All right, now when we finish research, all right, he's going to activate the L-gate now, and the other ships are pretty much in sync. Okay, there's the science ship traveling pretty much alongside these, and now they're in the hypergate, or the hyper relay network. So they're going to pop along, all of them, quite quickly. Yeah, you can see them just hopscotching. Our operatives have found an opening and an ideal foundation upon which to build our plans to infiltrate Dethakan research. Okay. Oh, what's this? Whirlwind missiles are researched. Very good. let's go ahead and go for the mega cannon so we can be done with research in that category. Also, there are probably some additional upgrades I can do otherwise. Let's take a look at the list. At this point, every upgrade helps. Oh, pause. The game should be paused right now. What are you doing, game? What are you doing to me? Okay, that's enough. Keeping a close eye on my alloys. A little bit of extra research speed never hurt anybody. All right, so that's about all I can do for now, but now we are definitely researching. It's happening. It's happening right now. Okay. I am technically not prepared for this, but I've been putting it off for so long that I don't really care. So one thing I can do is I can go ahead and start building additional defense platforms. I should have done this already. Let me remind myself what the build order should be on these. So it looks like Whale, Dragon, Bastion. Perfect. Just go straight up the line. All right, so that's going to be half of capacity. Now, as I recall, let me take another look at my tradition tree. So this is going to help, but we don't quite yet have the ability. Yeah. I don't have really any bonuses that apply to stations just yet. Well, I do, but nothing to the production speed of stations, and I don't think there's anything included in this tradition tree. So let's see what happens here. One thing I'm going to have to do, let's go ahead and get construction ships. If there's nothing here, then I'm going to want to have construction ships just ready to flood through. So I'm going to order all of my construction ships to come this way. We've got that off-world trading company building, and you can tell that trade value is already being collected. That's fantastic. All right, let's see what happens. We're going to conclude the episode on a bit of a cliffhanger here. Commence operation. Excellent. Dothan research secured. A single operative hid within the goods entrance of a remote research facility, waiting to be couriered past a number of clearly inadequate Dothan security measures. An unwitting Dothan has placed our operative within easy reach of a terminal for the Dothan Horde Central Repository. A complex series of electronic binds and bluffs has exposed the research database for just long enough to make our move. Dothan security will clamp down tightly after we're done here. So we can improve our research speed for 2 years. So we can give us back and gain backdoor access. And it looks like we gain ancient saturator artillery. That's interesting. Yeah, give us backdoor access to their future research. That's hilarious. All right. Here it is. Oh, wait, hang on. We've got a few things we can do here. Definitely want to have additional mining district here and another... Why don't we do, yeah, another mining district here too. Keep those coming. Here we go. Speed 1. Link established. Success. Our technicians managed to abort the maintenance cycle, and the lockdown has been removed from the L gate in the Screeching Abyss system. For the first time in eons, the L cluster can now be accessed from our galaxy. A great day. Let's unpause. Is nothing happening? Okay. Nothing's happening. Travel to unknown. I'm going to send Grace Fitzwilliam, which is a little bit scary, but I'm going to send her and we're going to see what happens. I'm very nervous. I'm going to briefly call all of my scientists here. I might send them back very soon if there's a fight to be had. But right now it seems like we might be okay. So, Grace, go. With our blessing. eerie silence. Upon entering the terminal egress system in the L cluster, it is immediately apparent that some kind of titanic struggle occurred long ago on this side of the L gate. Some planets that may once have supported life have been shattered beyond recognition, while others are covered in a fine dust that from a cursory scan appears to be ancient deactivated nanomachines. This raises the question of whether the L gates had been locked down to keep something out, or to keep something in. What happened here? Alright, so we're in terminal egress, and it doesn't appear that there's a threat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm stopping. We're 35 minutes in. This could be a game changer towards the end of the series. I don't know if it's going to help at this point because we have a lot of building to do, and it might not... We might not be able to fully reap the rewards before the end of the game, but it doesn't seem like anything is going on in the Outgates. So, next episode, we're going to go crazy exploring these. I'm going to give the order for Grace to survey terminal egress right now. I'm going to give the order for that science ship to go there, for that science ship to go there, for that science ship to go there, for that one to go there, and then we'll have Grace do that, and then we'll have you do that, and then we'll have you do that, and you do that. Next episode's going to be very interesting. Are you already in the system? No, you aren't, but you will be soon. Let's go ahead and get our construction ships in the systems as well. I want every single construction ship here in terminal egress. All of you. Holy crap. Moment of truth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second one, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.